Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully complete our how to get some of the specific user ID data, how can get some of the specific task ID data, right? Now there is another part. I have already done that post, get, and then ID get, and now I want to discuss about update. So if you want to update it, that will be one of the patch methods, right? Now I want to specific some of the user data I want to update. If you want to do that work better here I code it as an app, and then that will be one of the patch method. So I make it as a patch. Okay, so that will be on the patch method. And our URL will be as I make it as a user, and then a specific some of the ID that I want to update. So for the reasons I simply added that user ID data. Okay, and then our same procedure here, that will be as asynchronous. I make it as asynchronous, and then here we have to add that on the handle, that is request handler. Here it will be pass two of this parameter. One is the request, another is the response, right? I simply pass both of this in here. And then our array function, same procedure we have to do. So here, first of all, I want to update with find and by ID and update method. Okay, here I hope you already remembered that part. I have already discussed about that things with you. Then that will be one of the constant. I just simply take that constant variable as a user. And into this user, that will be obviously one of the await, and then our model name as a user model. And into this user model area, I want to add that as a find. Okay, find and update. You can see there is a find by ID and update. So with this method, now I want to pass our two of this parameter. First one will be as our ID. That means that is our requested ID. So if you want to access this requested ID, then here we have to make it as a request, and then the params, because if you want to access it, that will be as a parameter ID. Right? And also we have to pass our total data. You will get everything into the request body. Before I have already discussed about that things with you, that it will be as a request body, because into this request body area we'll get all that our data, right? I simply take it in here. And then I want to pass some of the options, that is a new I want to make it as a true. Okay, new will be as a true. New will be true means whatever the data will be updated, so this new data will be saved in our this user area. Okay, so that is our new. And also I want to add another option for the validator, that is a run validator, right? That is a run validator. So with this run validator, I want to also make it as a true. So I make it as a true. Run validator means what? Run validator means I have already added some of the validation, right? In our user model, if you go to that user, here you can see I have already added some of the validation for the email, age. So it should be check all that validation, and then it should be updated. For the reasons here, I make that as a run validator. Okay, I hope both of this is very much clear to you. And now I want to do if there have any inappropriate user. Okay, that means if this user is not exist, then I want to show some of the message. For that reason, I want to add one of the condition. Okay, I want to add one of the if condition. If that user is not exist, okay, that is not that user. Here I want to pass some of the return status value. That means I want to return, and then with the response status, so that is our response status, I want to pass one of the 404 status. Okay, so that will be as a 404. Great. And also I make it as a JSON, so that will be into the JSON area. I want to pass on the JSON message as a success. Our success will be then as a false, right? Because they have some of the issues, then that will be our success will be as a false. And also I want to pass on the message. Or message, whatever the message you want to display, like I want to display one of the message as a user not found. So this type of the message, then that will be display. Okay friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. So that is the same condition you can also apply. Okay, that is the same condition also you can apply for our user ID, because I have already done that our user ID, right? So into this user ID, if you want to add the same condition, you can also add this condition, then just simply paste it. That means if this user, if not get any perfect user, then that will be our status code will be as a 404. That will be into the JSON format. I pass as a success will be false, and then message will be user not found. Right? You can also add the same things for the task. If this task is not matched, then that will be display another error. But I show you, but I just copy it. Okay, just copy it, and also I want to apply it in here. That is in our task. After that task, I want to paste it. Then that will be our task. Okay, then that will be the task, and then here it will be display this message, and it will be started in here. After that, we want to finish it. I simply finish it. Now our error is gone, and also the same things in here. That is our status is we started. After that, I want to finish it. Okay, great. You can also add the same things for the user. You can also add the same things for the task, and that is for our patch method. Okay, that is for the update. So if we get any user issues, then that will be our success will be as a false, and it will be displayed on the user not found message. Rather than I want to do and to pass one of the user message. That means if everything okay. Okay, if everything okay here, after this I want to do and to return another JSON format data. That will be the return. The return and then the response JSON area I want to do it to pass as a success will be as a true, right? Then the success, our success will be then as a true, and also I want to do and to pass our all that our data. So that is all the data in here. That is the user. I simply pass it. Great. So friend, that's all you have to do for update your specific some of the user ID data. And also if you want to add that as a try catch, you can also add it in here. Better I add this, then that will be better. Okay, if you get any error, by default it should be display all that our error into the catch, rather than everything will be in our try, right? So in our try and catch method, which I have already discussed about it. So now that will be as a try, and then I want to use another one as a catch, right? So that will be as a catch method. So that is our catch method. Great. So into the catch method, our procedure will be same. I pass one of the element in here, and then simple things here. I want to return one of the status code. That will be the return, and return one of the response. And into this response area, I want to pass that our status, and into this status, I want to pass our status code as a 400. Okay, I simply pass that 400, and then also into the JSON data. I want to pass that some of the message will be as a success, right? Our success will be then as a false, and I want to make it as a false. Okay, I want to make it as a false, and then our message will be our event message, right? So that message and message will be our e message. So I simply added that message. Great. Simply that is our catch, and if everything okay, that will be check in our try method, right? So our try method will be check our everything. Better I simply cart it all the data. So I simply cart right now all the data. I cart it. Okay, I cart it from to this position, and then in our try, into this try area, I paste it. Okay, so I simply, that is our try, and that is our catch. Great. So now I want to check it. Okay, I want to check our total patch method is executed or not. Click as a save all. Now go there. I want to create another new request as a add request. I make it as a user update. Okay, user update. Now click as a save, and now I want to access it. First of all, the user I want to get like a specific some of the user. First of all, I want to take it. Now click as a send. Now that should be get one of the user data. Okay, so into this user data area, now I want to update some of the name. If you want to update that email, you can actually update it. So first of all, it should be get this data. Now if you want to update, now I want to make it as a, that will be as a patch method, right? Because I want to update it from here. That will be as a patch method. Now go to that body, and then go to that our row, and I make this file as a JSON. Now I want to update in here. I want to update like as a what data I want to update. Like that is actually our task, and that is our user, right? I want to update that age. Okay, I want to update that age, so that will be here. I want to make it as age, and age I want to update. Okay, I want to update age as a like as a 60 right now, so that will be as a 60. So that is one of the patch method, a specific some of the user data. Now that should be updated. Before that was as a 40. Now that should be updated as a 60. Now click as a send. Yes, you can see it's now successfully updated that our data as a 60. If you also check it in our database, into this database before, that is actually our ID. Now that should be updated. Like here, that is our Aryan, and then aryan@gmail.com, right? So that is aryan@gmail.com. Before that was a 40. Now if you refresh it, yes, you can see it's now successfully updated as a 60. Great. That means our update position is now successfully working. And now if you also, I added another validation, right? Here I have added that validation. If this user is not exist, then that will be displayed as a success will be false, and message will be displayed as a user not found. Now let's check this out. If you make it some of the inappropriate ID, like this ID is not exist. Okay, now if you click as a send it again, yes, now you can see it's now display as a success as a false, and message also display. So this message actually executed, you can see that is our 400 bad request. So this 400 bad request means that is actually comes from our this catch. Okay, into this catch method that will be display our success as a false and message will be as a E and then message. Now that is display, but I want to change that ID again. Here our before ID as a 26, right? So that is a 26 ID. I want to make it as a 69. Okay, so if this user is not exist, now then what exactly that will be do? Click as a send. Yes, you can see now that is display as a 404 not found and success as a false and user as a user not found. So now that is display our this one because this user is not exist. So when this user will be not exist, I simply pass that status code as a 404 and message I pass it as a user not found. For the reasons you can see it's now display as a user not found and also is display as a false. Great. Okay friends, so I have successfully done this job for the user. Now your task to complete the task update, like that will be just like that same. Here I have all whatever the things I have done for the update user, just simply do the same things for the task. Okay, so you can see there is a task ID. So if you want to update some of the task ID, then how can do that work? So that is your task, simply flow all the steps for update user and then apply the same things for the task. Okay, so that is your task. Let me know about your update. If you face any issues, just let me know about it. I will be in touch. In our next video, I will discuss about how can delete this data from to the database. So thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.